Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So we are back. I am back in my seat. So I've been down for a couple of weeks. I put the truck back in the shop again. So we did a clutch job and it was grinding. It was doing a lot of grinding. So I put it back in the shop. So I was down a total of 4 weeks total, not consecutive weeks. So the first 2 weeks when I put it in the shop to get the new clutch put in, then I kind of scheduled my vacations around that time because I take off quite a bit within a year and within a year's time. So it's not like I was like down. So I think I'm a little crooked here. Let me adjust that. Okay. So I take off quite a bit because I don't run hard like I used to run when I first started tanker. When I first started tanker, I was in the mode of pay my truck off, pay the truck off, pay the truck off, run, pay the truck off, stack money for breakdowns, and I had quite a few breakdowns over the years, so a lot of breakdowns. And this winter I am going to go through all of my bills and see just how much money we have spent in repairs and services and everything. I want to say it's upward over 200,000 easily over 200,000, because we're talking about over 5 years. And I bought this truck used, and she had like over 200,000 miles, and right now currently I'm at 890,901 miles. 890,901. So we're roughly 110,000 miles from hitting the million miles on the truck, right? On this engine. So been very blessed with this truck. So let's talk about the truck being down. So in over 5 years I've been running the truck. It has been it's been challenging, it's been rewarding, it's been stressful, it's been cheerful, it's been sad, there's been tears, it's been a lot of joyous times, and there's been a lot of success, more success than failures. So, and I don't know if you call it a failure if you were able to recover and continue to go on. So definitely a lot of falling forward for sure. So let's go back to the truck with putting a new transmission in. Not a new transmission, I'm sorry. Putting a new clutch. So that job ended up costing $6,200 and some change. So let's just say $6,200. So we took a load, and then it was grinding some more, and I went ahead and put it back in the shop, and come to find out they said it was the clutch fork, throw out fork, or something like that to that effect. So it wasn't properly in place, so that's why it was grinding. So now we're back, and now I'm in a I'm not gonna say a crunch, but I'm kind of chipping at the bits to get back out, because we know winter is coming, right? So when I say winter is coming, that means like when the winter comes, I don't run up north, unless the only time I run up north for the most part, like we're talking about upwards of $8,000 loads that you would get me to come out and run, you know, consecutive out there. So whenever there's winter, I stay away from the ice. The snow is good, but the ice, I can drive in it, not a problem, but there were so many times I've been driving, people are almost hitting my truck. So, and that's a no-go. That's a no-no. So winter is coming. So it's now September 11th, and we're going to go hard for the next couple of months, stack up for the winter time. And we usually run down north. I mean, we'll run down south for the most part. So, and if it is a bad winter, then we have ran enough, when we got enough reserves stacked up, that we can stay home and wait it out till the highways clear up. Now, in my opinion, I'm projecting it to be a very bad winter. So we're gonna go ahead. So how do I prepare for winter that I don't have to run? Well, number one, being blessed that the truck is paid for. So that's the first thing. I don't have any crazy debt. That's the second. But we do have, there's always debt when it comes to, having business credit and stuff charged up. So coming out of the shop, put it on a credit card, build my credit up. But keep my credit sustained. So we keep a high 700s in the credit. But to my understanding, I think if you round the fives, between 5 and 7, you decent. I'm not for sure, don't quote me on that. But to my understanding, I think so. But I know in the 7s, you're real good when in trucking. You're really good, especially if you're in the 7s and like, in my opinion, like I'm in the high 7s with credit cards with 0 balances and everything. And some balances, it's manageable balance. So by me being down like it is, like I was, now I get to go back and knock them down. In the next 12 years, I will have 0 balances across the board. But in trucking, especially in my years of experience in tanker, and with the older truck, this is a Volvo, a 2014 D13. So it's a Volvo engine, a Volvo motor on Volvo parts, whatever. So everything is Volvo, so therefore it communicates with each other easily, more productively or more efficiently. So I was told. So I was told before I got a Volvo, make sure I get Volvo on Volvo power. So I always listen to the elders when it comes to trucking. So now that I'm back up, so now we're gonna go ahead and let the dispatch know that I'm ready for dispatch. So we should be back on the road by Wednesday, and we're gonna run. So usually I run hard to about November-ish time frame. Then I go back in, knock out all the taxes, get ready for the tax year, get everything filed, and start getting ready for the following year. Okay, so let's back up again. So like I said, put a new clutch in. So now, unfortunately with this truck, because I run the DEF system on here, I didn't have my DEF deleted because I want to be within specs in case DOT pulled me over. There's a lot of people running without the DEF in the EGR deletions. So to my understanding, it makes everything run smoother. But in my scenario, I usually put a DEF pump in every year. So with that, so what I'm saying is, I buy a DEF pump every other year because it has a year warranty on it. But it usually go out every year around the winter time. So we just put a new one in there, so I know I'm good for the rest of that year and the following year. So basically, I get 2 years on a DEF pump. So, and I talked to Volvo about it, and they say they don't have a solution. I don't think they worried about a solution because, it's job security for its maintenance, in my opinion, and in my experience. It's factual. So, that's about it. No more than she shakes, she rattles, so it's a matter of keeping screws tight, keeping them proper oil change, greased up, tire pressure. So it's just an ongoing thing. So I still don't mind. Now a lot of people think that like I love trucking, I like the money that we make, and I also like the fact that I'm they call owner operators, but you're pretty much an independent contractor for the most part. That's what you are. You're an independent contractor. So I'm my own boss. I'm my own supervisor. I'm my own everything. So I basically use their facilities. I use their trailers. I use their dispatch systems. So one thing about it, when you bring value, there's no problem. So I don't have problems getting loads ever. So because I'm gonna knock it out. Or if another truck's break down, I go rescue a load. And then one thing about me, I don't mind when I leave my terminal, I'll stay out for a month, or as long as the money is rolling, I'll stay out. And then I also come back in and vacation and work on other things. So that's about it. So hopefully that made sense. So I will go in more detail about in this part of my good, bad, and ugly in trucking. So all I gotta say is when it comes to the trucking business with a used truck, you're gonna always be spending money. Don't take it personal, just stay on top of it, and things always work out if you keep a positive energy and keep a great networking system in and keep your credit on point. Okay? That's it. Y'all be great. Give me a face. Boop boop.